What's going on, everybody? It's freezing cold where I'm currently at in my office. Yeah, we're gonna start this vlog off a little different. It's about 5:58 in the morning. It's actually a nice day outside because my house wasn't at 70 degrees like I usually leave it at. I'm usually up a little earlier than this. I just been rolling around in bed for a little while because I'm too lazy to get up. But I'm accustomed to waking up this early. Last week I didn't really wake up this early just because I was sick. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna use this quiet time to go ahead and prepare my day. I'm gonna try to edit a video a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to edit the whole thing, but at least I'll get some of it done. That way, you know, when I try to edit a little bit more tomorrow, I'll have at least some of it done. That way I'm closer to pushing out another video. So far I got 2 videos edited in front of this one, and I'm hoping to keep the flow going like I said yesterday or on my last video. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the day and get this thing rolling and see how it goes. Also, in case you're wondering what that light is behind me, I'm gonna show you my babies. They wake up a little earlier than I do. Yes, I am a super nerd. I have some basil, cilantro, parsley, but this basil though, oh my gosh, this basil looks great. Yeah, and then cilantro over there. It looks good. So I'm rolling with my little GoPro today, and so this is the house I came to see this morning. I can see why my partner was like, make sure I bring my pistol, because of that place back there. This is generally a pretty rough area. I mean, it's not too bad, but yeah, this place is rough here. I'll flip this thing around so you guys can see it. That house back there, and that thing, I don't even know if we'd be able to do something with it. It actually looks like it's in really bad shape. But this front house though, it's not too bad. But that thing, if we were to renovate it or be able to renovate it, it's gonna need at least maybe $50,000. That's wild. But the funny thing is, I know somebody that'll pick this place up and pick that other place up, even if they can't do anything with it. Because I mean, the front house is definitely in great shape. New windows, new siding here, or the siding has been just recently installed, probably in the last 10 years. Roof's got to go though, and electrical panel looks like it might have been updated. Hey, we're gonna put in an offer on it, see if we can pick up this place too. That'd be great. I think the wholesale value on this would probably be around, we could probably sell it for 70 with both houses, 70, 80, and pick it up for maybe, you know, 50. I think we can do about 50,000, 50 or 60,000, and sell it for 80. Because I mean, even though that back house, man, that back house looks like it's pretty rough. You can see there's kind of like a dip on some of the parts of the house, but even if it needs a full gut, I think that thing is like barely 600 and something square feet. I know this front house is probably about 900, roughly 900 square feet. So we'll see what we could do. Let's go get over back to the house, go and run some numbers, and I'll let my partner know what I found here, because he's the one that's in communication with him right now. All right, so I'm back home. I went and checked out that house. That house is pretty nice. I think we can offer them about 60,000, which would give 40 for the front house, 20 for the rear house. because I know that rear house is probably going to need at least like $40,000-$50,000 worth of work. And the front house, I'm assuming that it's only going to need about $20,000 to $30,000. I already know who I'm going to probably sell it to. It's going to be my number one buyer, because she owns, like, I don't know. The funny thing is, where that house is sitting, 3 houses down, I sold them 2 houses over there, and then they own 6 other houses within like a couple of houses of this house. So I'll probably sell them the same house in the same area to them, just because I know that they'll pick it up all day. As far as a flip though, when you have houses like that, those are harder to flip. When you have one house in the front and another house in the back, because typically nobody wants to live next to somebody, or hey, drive through my yard in order to get to your house. You know, people don't really like that. But now as a rental, great opportunity as a rental. You can rent that front house for $800-900. That back house, when it's fixed up, it'll probably rent for between $600 to $900. So you're collecting almost $2,000 a month in rent on a house that you might spend. Let's say they spend $150,000 renovating and purchasing that property, and then you're getting $2,000 a month. You're well over the 1% rule. You're making about a 15% return year over year, which is great. So instead of sitting around here, I was actually going to sit here, maybe do some scrubbing on some data and answer some text messages, what time is it right now? Text messages are about to go out in about 15 minutes. It's about it's not 9 o'clock yet. It's 8:50. I can't tell time. Just, over here looking at my watch. But yeah, it's almost about to be 9 o'clock. All my text messaging goes out at 9 o'clock. I was gonna go with my wife to go get a haircut for my daughter, but instead plans changed. Whoever's cutting her hair can't do it. So I'm actually gonna go driving for dollars. I gotta go drive in this area that I haven't driven in, dang, how long has it been? I think it's been about like 5 months now that I haven't driven through here. So I need to go and update my data, because I need to drive and update the data. Usually every couple of months, I like to redrive an area. I don't like to let areas sit for too long, because then the data gets old. Like, believe it or not, man, you'll pick up, let's say you pick up like 500 vacant houses. In 6 months, probably a quarter of them are gone, or the ones that we're gonna sell, they're already gone. And you now have an old list. So I always try to update my data as much as possible, because updated data is always king. So let's get out of here and progress with the day, see where it brings us. So I am out here driving for dollars, and I'm looking for properties right now is basically what I'm doing. I'm looking for properties that are either in need of work, appear to be vacant. Usually I'm looking for anything that might look like it needs at least, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000 worth of work on the outside. Usually if they need work on the outside, they're going to need work on the inside. Not always true, not 100% on that, but typically that's exactly what I look for. Nothing else really matters. It doesn't matter how long ago they bought it. I don't care if they're high equity or not. I don't go that detailed into what criteria the property falls under, whether they're absentee or any of that stuff. I just look at one single thing, and that is the property distressed? Because even though all those other things, they come into play later. The amount of time that you're going to waste finding out all that extra stuff or sifting through that extra stuff, the property, it's going to be irrelevant, to be honest. It's really going to be irrelevant. It doesn't matter. All that other stuff doesn't matter. It might matter later on, but it doesn't matter at this point in time. So right now, I'm looking for distressed owning properties. The uglier the better. And that's what's going to make us money. And again, I primarily only look for stuff that's either distressed or vacant or appears to be vacant.
I'll take it, pick it up, call it, and see if anybody wants to sell. I got 3 right in front of me right now. That's why I'm looking so hard. And then look, there's an apartment complex. You can't really see it because the camera's blown out a little bit. But there's an apartment complex right here. We'll pick up these apartments too. We'll call them and see if they're interested in selling. Vacant land, ugly houses. This one's super ugly. We'll call it all because everybody has to be asked whether they want to sell or not. Don't limit yourself to only the ugliest ones or just particular ones. I mean, later on you can pick your niche on what you want to do because you'll understand this business a little bit more. But at first I would just primarily focus on anything that has distress on the outside and looks like it might need some kind of work done to it, because this is all a numbers game at the end of the day. The more people you call, the more people you ask, the more results you're going to get. And results meaning answers on whether they want to sell or not. So if you only call 10 people, you're only going to know what those 10 people want, but you need to know a little bit more than 10 people, that's for sure. Our goal is to contact at least, 2,000 to 4,000 people a month. Just about. And each one of those 2,000 to 4,000 people are going to have about four telephone numbers, 4 to 5 telephone numbers. So I mean, yeah, it adds up. It adds up. A lot of time goes into contacting these people. I'm gonna try something different in the next couple of weeks, along with the normal stuff that I do. I'm always experimenting with different forms of marketing and different things in general. Like, whether something works better in one place than another. Sometimes you have to change up what you're doing. Like, as an example, if I cold call somebody and I only call them once in one area, it might not yield many results. But if I do that same method in another area, I might yield better results. So it's kind of like a coin toss. You have to experiment what your sellers are responding to in the area. And that's really how you'll continually be able to pick up properties under contract and continue to make money in this business. Because sometimes you'll, like, for example, Charlotte is a tough market. Not many people respond to my text messages, and if they do, they usually involve a lot of curse words that I won't repeat on this channel, just because we like to provide some family-friendly information. But usually they are pretty upset when I contact them. And some people who are the owner, they won't even pick up the phone at all. So like, you won't hear anything back from some of the people that you contact, which is understandable. Now, what I want to do is, like, areas like Charlotte, I want to try and do like a different type of text messaging campaign where, like, instead of like 2 or 3 text messages, maybe go a little bit aggressive to where it forces somebody to answer my question. Hey, are you the owner of 123 Main Street? And maybe send them that text message, like, 6 or 7 times versus 2 or 3 times. And see if that works. And then after that, maybe like 5 ringless voicemails. It might piss off a few people, and that's understandable too. People get upset. Hey, don't contact me anymore. Why are you contacting me so much? But at the same time, I want to get results, and the only way to get results sometimes is to make people upset. Sometimes you being so aggressive might be something positive to somebody. Like, man, this guy really is interested in buying this house, so maybe I should give him a call. Sorry guys, I'm over here. I'm picking up quite a few properties that I see right in front of me that they're really, really distressed. This area is not that bad as far as crime wise, so I'm not really too concerned with me kind of creeping around too much. But there is a lot of distressed homes, and this is a very, very hot area. Ooh, look, a triplex. And this is a dead end over here. I wish I had my GoPro today. I don't have it with me. That's why I'm rolling with my big camera. And it'd give me a little bit more dynamic range, but with this camera, what is this? This is a Greenway. With this camera, you know, there's only so much it's gonna be able to see and what you guys are able to see. But I wish I could like disconnect it. It's on my tripod right now. That way you guys can see some of these properties. You can see the triplex right there. But this area is really hot. ARV is steadily increasing. We're right outside of Charlotte, so we're not in the heart of Charlotte. But yeah, guys, definitely go out there, pick up as many properties as you can. Don't be cheap. You know, I like to say that a lot. Don't be cheap, because being cheap, you know, you're not going to yield the results that you really want. What? Oh, this is 2 houses in one. This one that I'm looking at right now is extremely distressed. But I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna keep driving. It's been definitely been a crazy week. I'm leaving tomorrow on vacation. That's another reason why I'm out driving again today. And this is an area I haven't driven in quite a while. It's been about at least 6 months, probably more than that. And I think the last time that I did drive through here, I was only picking up vacant properties. I wasn't picking up anything that was owner occupied. Holy crap, there's a little apartment back there. So yeah, I wasn't picking up anything owner occupied. I was only picking up vacant properties. So definitely this would be a good time to come back and revisit and get all of these distressed homes too, because I mean, we need to target as many people as we can. And if I keep targeting just the same people over and over and over and over again, yeah, I'll get some deals. Like lately, I've been noticing that some of my old stuff that I haven't touched for a while, we've been getting responses, either not interested or yeah, I'm interested, but maybe in a couple of months. And that's pretty, you know, consistent with what my vision is, I guess. That usually after I've hit a list, let's say 1,000 people, I've hit them many times over a 2-month time span. If I let it rest for 3 months or 2 months and then come back and hit it, I start getting a good response rate again. But if I keep hitting it and keep hitting it and keep hitting it, I'm only gonna get like maybe a 1-2% response, 3% response. And to keep wasting money on that low response rate, I just don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, you could send mail to that stuff, and that's kind of like where I wanted to do, like hit a list a certain amount of times, like 10 times, with like text messages, ringless voicemails, and all that other stuff, and then maybe send mail to it. And when you send mail to it, you know, that's kind of like they'll respond whenever they feel like it, or you know, by the time they keep getting these mail pieces, maybe the interest in selling might be there. I'll give you an example. That lady that I wholesaled her house, what was it, like, man, I don't even remember. I think it was like 2-3 months ago. No, it's back in August. So back in August, throughout an entire year, I texted her, ringless voicemailed her, I called her multiple times, and then I even sent her mail, and she finally responded on the 3rd piece of mail and said, hey, yeah, I am interested in selling. So that went to tell me that, oh, look at that, she didn't respond with any of the first pieces of marketing, but she finally responded when she felt like it, you know, when I sent the mail piece. So yeah, I'm gonna keep driving, see what else I pick up. So far, I picked up about 250 properties in this amount of time, and see what else the day brings. So I just got home, and I want to share something with you guys. If you go out driving for dollars and your session does not look like this, you see how many streets I drove down? There's like, you really do have to go street by street by street. I don't just go and wander around, and if I overlap a street, you know, we're good. No, I hit every street, every single solitary street, I hit it. And if I don't hit every street, I make sure I go back and I hit those streets, because it is extremely imperative to hit an entire area, and you hit the whole area, not just little bits and pieces of it, because you're not going to really stir up a lot of interest in there. And so far, the day has been, going as a usual day. Got lots of text messages coming in, more than I thought, and definitely, a lot of ringless voicemails that went out earlier. Surprised that everything's starting to like snowball. When I started the campaign, I literally just started with one phone number, and I just started adding another phone number every day or every other day, until now, like, we have a consistent amount of stuff that's always going out. I'm adding stuff all the time. I'm still using Asana, by the way, to kind of organize everything, because if not, I don't know who's getting hit or who's in what campaign or where are they at. The good thing is that, like, the text messaging and the ringless voicemail is all taken care of by one single solitary system, which I feel like is a big game changer for me, because I hated the fact that I was constantly, go over to Slide Broadcast, set up my RVMs, and then go over to Slingshot, and then have to constantly set it up. And then we can only check it if we had a computer, or, it's too much. And one thing I don't like about Slide Broadcast is you can't drip the campaigns, or at least I didn't know how to do it. And with REI Reply, I can drip them over a certain amount of time. And it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot, because it saves me a lot of time, and also gives like a flow of everything. Like, instead of me answering 500 text messages or getting a bunch of ringless voicemails calling in at one point, it's slowly coming in. Like, every couple of minutes I got, somebody calling back, or every couple of minutes I have somebody responding via text message, and it makes everything just flow so smoothly. I love it. I absolutely love it. But for now, I'm actually going to try to export this driving for dollars list and see if, because I've actually driven in the part of Charlotte I went to. I'm going to go in there and just pull out everything that I drove, because I drove this area also a week ago. Yeah, it was about a week ago. And I'm going to try to see what I can pull out of it. And then I have my other driving for dollars that I did yesterday. I did 970 properties or something like that. I got a screenshot that I saved for it. Hold on. You guys might have seen it on my Instagram. Bam, there it is. What was it? Yeah, 960 properties. I don't remember if that's a record or not. There have been a few times I picked, 7, 8, 900 properties up in one day. And then today I probably did like another, 300. But hopefully I can, keep it going, basically. I'm going to go on vacation tomorrow, and I want to be able to kind of, have some work done, because while I'm over there, I'm probably going to reorganize some of the stuff, bring in my laptop. And then finally I got my hotspot working again, which is going to help me out greatly. Love this thing, by the way. If you have the chance of buying one of these Netgear hotspots, it's great. Now, you're probably thinking, what's wrong with it? Well, I was using it with a company that they had unlimited data for like $100 a month. So I ordered it, and I was using it. I used it for 4 months. It was great. Then all of a sudden they were like, oh, because of COVID-19, the usage of the internet has gone up through the roof, so we're going to have to, cut everybody's plan off. And I was like, really? So I spent searching for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and nobody had any plans available. And if they did, they wanted an arm and a leg. So I ended up having to go with another company that they charge $120 a month, and I get an unlimited usage on it. And I need it, because not only do I use it, my kids like to use it, and they like watching YouTube and stuff when we're driving for dollars. So to keep them happy, I do like bringing it along, and it's worth the money for me, because it gives them something to do. And I know that I bore them with driving for dollars, because they only like driving for dollars every once in a while. They'll join in, hey dad, look, there goes an ugly house, or whatever. And I know I got to keep them entertained too, because while I'm technically working. But yeah, let me jump on the computer real quick and do what I need to do. Let's see if the day progresses on getting any properties. As of right now, my partner actually told me this morning. I didn't even know this. We have 16 properties under contract, so definitely going along. Unfortunately, though, this is the unfortunate part. Like 10 of those closings have title issues. That's the life. That's the life, man. Life of a real estate investor. Life of a wholesaler. So let's jump on this computer real quick. Let me do what I need to do, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So the rest of the day,
I ended up, going to get my daughter's haircut, and there was some crazy stuff going around. Apparently, right across the street from my house, there's a Ford dealership, and there was a shooting there, and tons of cops everywhere. I didn't hear anything, but there was like 30 gunshots. They shot some guy over there. Crazy stuff. But while I was waiting for my daughter to get her haircut, I was just scrubbing data, doing the normal stuff that I usually do. I was also like preparing some of the marketing for the rest of the week, trying to organize REI Reply a little bit, and just, get things in order because tomorrow I'm going on vacation. So then my partner calls me and he was like, hey man, go listen to that call that I just had and some phone number there. He's like, listen to it. I was like, okay. So I listened to it, and I had to share this with you guys because this was probably the worst phone call, or the most racist phone call I think that we have ever encountered. We've made a lot of phone calls. This one definitely takes the cake. Now, a couple videos back, you might have heard another guy who was prejudiced against white people. He said, we ain't selling no land to no white folks. This guy, he took the cake. He took the cake. Let me play it for you.
We use a software that gives us phone numbers for different addresses. Sometimes it's the right one, sometimes it's not. But we just call every number. So we man, there's no land to sell around here. I'd recommend not coming around here. All right, take it easy. Yeah, take it easy. Hey, I'll shoot you.
Now, I don't know about you, man, but that right there, it hurt me to the core. Because I was like, there wasn't any type of need for that. You're not selling. But that's all right. We got something planned. I ain't going to say it because I don't recommend you do this because you could get in some serious trouble. But, we'll get some payback. We'll get our own, justice in this whole thing here. But, it was completely uncalled for. Whatever his beliefs are, clearly they're not good beliefs. It's just absolutely stupid. But, that's the type of people that you encounter all the time. That's the type of people that there are in this world. And unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. But, press forward. I don't care. That's in Shelby, North Carolina. If you're ever in Shelby, North Carolina, I think the Klan is running rampant around there. But they got houses, so we're going to try to buy them. It's whatever, man. These people are crazy. But yeah, this is the end of my day. What a way to end the day, right? And it's unbelievable that somebody would say something like that, but it is what it is. But I hope you guys found this day enjoyable. I had a lot going on today, and hopefully we can get everything wrapped up and pull out some more leads. Hopefully, I actually want to get some more of those phone calls because these people are absolutely ridiculous. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope you guys found some information in this. If you did, shoot me a like. If you didn't, do your thing. And I'll catch you guys on the next vlog. So take it easy, everybody, and be safe.